Hi, I want to show you a case study of how we went from zero to landing a $10,500 per month client in just 60 days with our new staffing agency. And we did that by sending 400 emails per day on autopilot. It was our first time trying cold emails. We did the whole setup, so I want to show you the results. In total, you see here, we sent 2,836 emails and we landed one client for $10,500. This is the emails that we're sending. We're slowly ramping them up. The gaps that you see, this is for the weekend. Obviously, we don't send emails on the weekend. And then Thanksgiving as well, because we're launching this campaign during end of the year. Now in this video, what I want to do is I will show you exactly the offering. I will show you the emails, the messages we sent, and I'll show you the complete timeline. When did we start, how we set up the infrastructure, and week by week, really what we were doing till the moment we signed that client. So let's begin. Our offer is pretty simple. So we help tech companies who need to staff AI specialists, full stack developers, end-to-end automation, etc. We help them staff those specialists and find them from overseas. So we work with US companies who want to staff talent from overseas, usually like Egypt, Morocco, Algeria, those countries. And our offer is that we're going to provide 4 fully vetted AI specialists in just 7 days. So you come to us, in 7 days, you're going to have the people you need. In this particular instance, we were charging $3,500 per developer. The client wanted 3 developers. So in total, that comes out to $10,000. And we have 50% profit margin on this. We spend around $500 in total on the campaign. So we were sending 400 emails. And to do this, I'm going to show you step by step really how we achieved it. So on November 1st, we started preparing the campaign. So the first thing we need is we need a list of leads, right? So we have multiple strategies on how to scrape the leads. You can scrape them using Apollo, you can scrape them using Clay, you can scrape them manually as well yourself. We have a few automations where we can use different tools to scrape, like job boards on LinkedIn, Indeed, etc. We can scrape manually the leads from there. So we got a few thousand leads. That was the first thing. We get a list of a few thousand leads, we verified it, we make sure it's quality. In parallel to that, we want to prepare the infrastructure to be able to send 400 emails a day, because we're not going to send 400 emails a day from our own main email, because you're going to burn your domain and you're going to destroy everything. So what we do is we buy alternate domains that are similar to your domain. So in our case, for example, our company is Codebender AI, right? So we wanted to buy domains that are similar. So we bought codebenderdevelopers.com, codebenderstaffing.com, codebenderhq.com, etc. So just alternate emails. And what's nice is we bought them all on Instantly, and what Instantly does is an automatic redirect. So as soon as someone will type one of those domains, they will automatically be redirected to our site. So that's the nice thing. And we send them from those domains. So we bought 10 domains in total, and for each domain we buy 2 inboxes with Google Workspace. So we buy them with Google. You can do everything through Instantly. It's very easy. You sign up on Instantly. There's a bunch of tutorials if you want to do it yourself. We can also help you out if you need. But essentially, you buy the domains and then you get the inboxes, and then you have to warm them up, because we cannot start sending a bunch of emails as soon as we buy the domains or as soon as we buy the inboxes, because there is directly going to be flagged as spam. It's unusual behavior. We have to make it look as human as possible. So what we do is that for 2 to 3 weeks, we're going to warm up the inboxes. We're going to send emails and receive emails. There's tools to do this automatically, so you don't have to do everything yourself instantly. But the goal is that for 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to be warming up all those inboxes. Once all of this is warmed up, now you can start actually sending emails. So now we have 20 inboxes that can all send up to around 20 emails each. But we're going to start step by step. So you see here on November 17th, this was a Monday, we launched officially the campaign. At first, we were sending only a few emails per inbox. So we were at 60 emails in total sent. Then after a few days, we decided to send 150 emails in total across all the inboxes. Then we scaled to 200 emails. Then we scaled to 300. Then we scaled to 400. So after around 2 weeks, we were at max capacity of 400 emails sent per day. Yeah, and the gaps, like I said, is the weekend and Thanksgiving. You don't want to send during holiday season. Then, so from, you see, November 17th to November 26th, on November 26th, we officially sent the email to the company who would become our client later. So we emailed that company and we sent at that moment, we were at 1001 email sent by then. And this is the email that we sent. It's a pretty simple email. You just need a few words in the subject line. So here we wrote a thought about and then company name. And super simple email, as you see, very short, just one line with a question to add intrigue. And then we just added an element that we can staff developers at a fifth of the normal cost without any placement fees. Is it worth a chat? This is the message. And very important, we need to add a PS note at the bottom. This is very, very important. Why? Because after the subject line, the thing that people read the most is the PS note. So you want to make sure you have one. And the other thing that is very important is you don't want to include any links. You want to make the emails as simple as possible. Because if you include a link inside, like a link to your website, I know it's counterintuitive, but it will actually mess up your email because links get assigned to spam. So if your email has links, most likely it's going to enter into spam or in the promotion tab. But we want to land in their main inbox. So we're going to send it without links. And what's going to happen is if they're curious about you, they'll just take the domain of your email, they're going to put it in their browser, and they're going to land on your website, and they will figure out who you are. So all good. But that's essentially the strategy. So we sent this email on the November 26th. This company ended up being our client, but they didn't respond to our email. So it took us until December 2 with follow-ups where they actually replied. There was a gap here of multiple days because of Thanksgiving. That's like end of the year season, right? It's a little bit more complicated, holidays, etc. It's kind of the rush. But we still wanted to land this campaign, and we started it. Something very important as well about the follow-ups is, you see here, this is our follow-up message. We didn't say, oh, I'm just following up, or I'm bumping this up in your inbox, or something super basic like this. We try to add a new angle. That's very important as well, because you wanna like make the lead learn, like get something new, like a new angle, something that you haven't said before. So here we tell them, listen, like, because I think maybe, okay, they're gonna be worried about how much time it's gonna take them to start working with us. We tell them, listen, we're gonna handle everything, HR, interviews, replacements, everything you need, and we're gonna send you 4 developers, as I mentioned, in 7 days. Is it worth a quick review? That's all. So now we send this on December 2. 45 minutes later, they reply to us. And they say, Zorbex, that's my name. We will take a call. Can you find some time on your calendar for Monday afternoon and send Peter and I a Zoom? So this is the name of the CTO. So we reached out to the CEO. And so they both wanted to be on the call, the CEO and the CTO. So on the next day, we define a time for a call. And we're like, sure, we respond again, very short. Sure, would Monday 1 p.m. work? Keep it simple, short. The CEO was like, yeah, that works. Send us an invite. And he sent it that from his iPhone. So then basically the next week on Monday, as said, we have the call. So this is me right here, and this is the CEO and the CTO of the company. They're here. So we had the 30-minute discovery call, and then we got all the information we needed, and a week later, we have the developers for them. So we started to actively go, scrape them, etc. We found them. I sent them a Loom video with the devs. In the meantime, they signed a contract with us, because obviously we want to have like a contract signed, so we show them the developers, and if they want to hire them, it goes through the contract. We had the $3,500, the clauses and everything. And then it took some time because it was the end of the year, so we had to follow up a bunch of time to get them. They ultimately decided to take 3 out of the 5 developers for interviews. And on December 29, they basically scheduled the interviews with all 3 developers for the same day. They interviewed all 3, they liked them all, and they decided to take them. This was just like from the contract, so it's $3,500 per developer, $10,000 per month in total, and they're starting on February 1st. So this is the complete timeline of how we went from November 1st to the end of December in 60 days on a brand new campaign, brand new offer, how we got this client. If you're interested to set up a system like this, if you're running a staffing company or you're running like some B2B agency and you want to set up a cold email automated system, just go on codebender.ai, book a free audit. So in the audit, we're going to kind of analyze your offer. We'll see if cold emails even make sense for you.